everybody, what's going on? Jump Rope to Freedom. This is episode 2 of Jumping Rope Without Jumping. Please subscribe. Let's do this. The first question is, why do you want to learn how to jump rope without jumping? Jump rope is in the name, so you're probably thinking that to get the most benefit, you want to learn how to jump over the rope. But there's actually a lot of benefits to not jumping and doing side swings like you see me doing here. The first benefit is being able to rest. When you're doing the side swing and you're not jumping over the rope, you're still getting a good amount of cardio in, but you're able to rest your feet from jumping over the rope. So the first benefit is being able to inject this into your jump rope routine and get a little bit of rest while you're still doing the workout. A second point worth noting is being able to do this kind of jump rope routine because you have an injury. You might have an injury, you might have a bad ankle or a knee problem that doesn't allow you to jump over the rope, but it does allow you to move back and forth in a boxer step motion while you're doing the side swing, like what I'm doing here. So the second advantage is being able to get some cardio in even though you're injured. A third advantage is that this is still good cardio. You see me moving back and forth, still on the balls of my feet, and I'm also getting that side swing motion in there. But most importantly, I'm moving around. I'm in a couple jump rope Facebook groups where you have people in there. I'm not sure if they don't know too much about jump rope or exercise in general, but a lot of times what they'll say is that it's not an actual jump rope repetition unless you jump over the rope. If you're going for the Guinness Book of World Records for jump rope repetitions, that might be true. But if you are only looking to work out and get a good exercise session in and looking to move your body so that you can get your heart rate up, then doing what I'm doing in this video, jumping rope without jumping, is perfectly fine. Anybody who tells you that you're not getting a good cardio exercise session in if you're doing what I'm doing in this video or any variation of jumping rope without rope, if they're telling you that that's not good cardio, that's a whole bunch of malarkey. It's a whole bunch of nonsense, and I wouldn't listen to anybody who tries to levy their opinion like that. Moving like what I'm doing in the video right here is still good cardio. You can check your Apple Watch, you can check your Fitbit, it's still good cardio. Jump rope is a fantastic upper body workout. You're working your shoulders out tremendously while you're doing this move, especially if you're using a weighted rope. But even if you're using a regular PVC rope or a light rope, a double under rope, you're doing this motion, you're still getting a good upper body workout. That's why jump rope is one of the best full body workouts out there. But when you're doing moves like this, when you're doing jumping rope without jumping, you are going to be doing a lot of side swings. So notice how that's working your shoulder muscles differently than jumping like this. It's working your shoulder muscles differently. So you're having to cross your body. It's very similar to the crossover motion, but you're having to work your shoulders a little bit differently than you would with a regular jump rope motion. That's another advantage to jumping rope without jumping. You do a lot of side swings and you stress your shoulders a little bit differently than you would with a conventional jump where you're constantly jumping over the rope. I just want to take a quick interlude in this video to tell you how much I appreciate your support on this channel and to ask you to subscribe and please hit that thumbs up button. The channel continues to grow every day, and I'm so humbled and thankful that you would come to YouTube and watch the videos that I put out here. So please take just 1 second to hit that red subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. It only takes a second and it's 100% free. All right, now back to the video. Now we're gonna get down into what this move consists of, some of the mechanics. This move, I'm actually not sure what to call it. If anybody can give me a good name to give to this move, maybe I'll give you a prize or a gold star or something along those lines. But all you're doing with this move is doing one like this, you're doing two, and then going back like this. So it's a combination of 3 moves. It's a combination of the dominant side swing with no jump where you're going like this, and you can see me doing this in the video, along with the non-dominant side swing on one side where you're not crossing over. So it's combining those two moves for the first part of the move. And then the third part of the move is the side swing double with no jump, where you're doing two side swings, switch, two side swings, switch, and you're rotating the rope across your body. Similar to what I did a tutorial on in the Deontay Wilder video that I did a little bit over a year ago. So it's a combination of those three moves, and all you have to do to get this move down and to experience the benefits of jumping rope without jumping, whether you're trying to warm up or you're making this a regular part of your exercise session, is to combine those two moves but learn them one by one first. Start with the dominant side swing, then master the non-dominant side swing with no jump. And then after that, go to the side swing double, like you see me doing in this video. Okay, now we're gonna actually get into the move after looking at the three moves that this move consists of. So we're getting a good look at the move here. The most important part of this move, I think, is learning the first three moves and getting those down pat before you try to put them together. But once you put them together, all you're gonna do is you got one side where you're switching over, and then you're rotating, doing a double side swing, and then going back over, rotating, double side swing, going back over. The most important thing, even more important than getting the moves right beforehand, getting the three base moves, is to use your wrists to rotate. If you start swinging your arms all the way around like that, it's going to be difficult to maintain control of the rope. So you want to make sure you're always leading with your wrists. And that's with 99% of jump rope moves out there. You want to lead with your wrists. All or 90% of the rotation for the rope on the handle should come from your wrists. Another important thing that you want to consider for this move is to make sure that you stay out of the way of the rope when it comes down to your side. You see me doing the kick out with this move. I like to throw that in there a little bit. You don't have to throw the kick out in there if you don't want to. It just adds a little bit of flair, and it's a good coordination piece to get your coordination down. But the two most important things besides getting the three base moves down, first is to use your wrists to rotate the rope back and forth, and to make sure that your leg is getting out of the way of the rope when it's rotating on each side. We're going to look at the side view in real time and in slow motion. In the side view, the one thing that you can see differently than you can see in the front on view is something that is instrumental to the side swing, and that is that my arm comes under every time. It comes under my lead hand, and that is what allows me to keep the rope from tangling. This is something that most people do unconsciously if they have mastered the side swing already, but keeping your offhand under your lead hand is so important, especially with this one, because all you're doing are side swings. You're doing one variation of a side swing, then you're doing a side swing double, and then you're doing non-dominant side. And for me, my left hand is my non-dominant side, my right hand is my dominant side. So even looking at it from the side, everything still applies. One thing that is important that you might see a little bit more clearly in the side view is that my feet, for the most part, remain parallel, and I'm using a quasi boxer style stance and rotating and shifting my weight back and forth as I rotate the rope. If you notice, the only time in this video where my feet are not parallel, is when I kick one foot out when I'm in the middle of one of my rotations. And like I was saying earlier in the video, you don't have to kick one of your feet out. You can if you want to. For me, that makes it easier for me when I delay. When I do my switch on one side, I kick out to kind of trigger in my mind that I'm delaying the rope for a little bit in order to execute the side swing. But from the side view, you see the most important thing is to make sure you have the fundamentals of the side swing down by putting your offhand under, and that's how you're rotating the rope like that. So you're doing one side swing double and then back over side swing double like that. There are a lot of mistakes that you can make with this move, just like any jump rope move. It's not the easiest move to get in the world. But the number one mistake, and let's see if you can see it here because the video is kind of moving quickly, is not getting your feet out of the way of the rope when you're doing your rotation on each side. You can see in this clip here that I didn't get my right foot out of the way of the rope in time, and all it takes is a split second. If timing is off, the rope could get caught on your toe. And what happened was part of the rope got caught on my toe there. You can see as the clip is frozen now, part of the rope got caught on my toe, and it slowed the rope down just enough to where the rope did not rotate. I didn't realize that I had caught it on my toe and I was still doing my regular rotation. The rope got caught on my toe and it threw off the entire sequence and I had to start over again. So this is why it's important when you're trying to get this move down, is to make sure that your foot is getting away and staying clear enough from the rope, but not so clear that you're messing up your footwork. It's very similar to the EB side swing. When you do the EB side swing, you have to get that foot out of the way. And I went over this in detail in the EB side swing tutorial that I did a couple months ago. In order to keep the timing, you have to make sure that your feet are out of the way. But it's a fine line because you don't want to move your feet too much to where you mess up your timing and then your feet are not coordinated with the rest of your body and then the move gets messed up that way. So that's the most common mistake that I found in learning this move, is not getting your feet out of the way enough to ensure that the rope doesn't trip up on one of your toes. That does it for today's video. I hope that you've been able to see some of the benefits that come through and that are apparent when it comes to jumping rope without jumping. As I said earlier in the video, anybody who tells you that these types of jump rope reps don't, quote, count, or they're not effective, either they don't know what they're talking about or they're trying to steer you the wrong way. I've checked my Fitbit before in doing workouts where I barely jump over the rope and I do routines just like this, and my heart rate still gets up to 160, 170, up near the peak for my age group. So don't let anybody tell you that it's not effective. Remember, if you are injured, you want to take it easy, you want to rest, but if you're feeling like you need to get out there and do some exercising, but you just can't seem to jump over the rope because you have an injury, try one of these moves out. Move lightly on your feet, stay on the balls of your feet, but move lightly and see what you can do. Once again, I appreciate your support. Thanks so much for continuing to tune in. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Jump rope to freedom. Peace. Take care.